Hello and welcome to Cooking with Marjo. So today I'm going to do, I think, a brilliant steak recipe. And this is incredibly economical and a great way to eat steak if you haven't got a big budget. So if you get, I've got this from our butcher, skirt or flat iron steak. So it's this very, it's quite a thin steak. Now here I've got 500 grams worth of steak, and that would feed certainly 3 people, and it just cost me £5. So it really is an incredibly economical way of having steak. And I marinate it. Now ideally one would marinate it for overnight, but I'm never that organised. I'll just wash my hands. So I am going to marinate it. What time is it now? 5:30. I'm going to marinate it for a couple of hours before we eat, but it'll be fine. So if you get a lemon and just slice it, there you go. I actually think I prefer, well, it depends, but I think this steak recipe is just yummy, yummy, yummy. So I'm getting, I marinate, you can either marinate in a plastic bag, or here I've got a dish. So I've got my slices of lemon, and I'm going to squeeze out some of the lemon juice from those lemon slices. So one doesn't need to worry about pips and all the rest of it, because you're going to wipe the marinade off your meat. But you do want as much of that nice juice as you can get into your marinade. Okay. Just a paper towel. Right. So into that I'm going to put some garlic cloves. So I've got here 4 or 5. It's kind of up to you, but what's to say what an average garlic clove is? So anyway, I'm using today 5 kind of average size garlic cloves. So I'm peeling them, not very well. There we go. Should have done it before, shouldn't I? Okay, there we go, 3. Okay. If you flatten them with the back of a knife, probably a bigger knife than the one I'm using, but anyway, I rather like my little knife. Then the skin peels off much more easily. There we are. No, I have forgotten again to flatten that one. There we are. Perfect. Okay. So I'm just going to slice these very roughly, shove them in. There. Okay. And then I'm also going to slice some ginger. So I've got some nice fresh ginger here, and I'm going to use 1 inch, 2 inches of it, and I'm going to peel my ginger quickly, and then I'm going to slice that again into the dish, so it gives just that lovely gingery flavour. So I'm just slicing my ginger quite reasonably thinly, but as you can see I'm not really taking a great deal of care. I do think, I know I'm a bit of a slapdash cook, but it all works in the end. And then I have the magic ingredient, fish sauce, and I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. Fish sauce is just the most wonderful ingredient for all sorts of things. If you've got a soup or something that just tastes a bit flat, you add a little bit of fish sauce, which sounds a disgusting thing to do, but it really isn't. It's a bit like adding some salt or lemon or something. It makes the whole difference. Right, that's 2 tablespoons into my for my marinade, and then 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. I always use Kikkoman soy sauce. It's just a lovely soy sauce, I think. That's quite light. Right, and then I've got a tablespoon, which I measured earlier, of sugar, just plain old sugar. some olive oil. I need 1/4 cup. If you've got these diddy little measuring cups, they're fantastic. So that's 60 millilitres or 2 fluid ounces. Is that what it says? I haven't got my glasses on. It's got all the measurements here. Yeah, 2 fluid ounces, 1/4 cup. There we go. Add that in. Right, and then I'm just going to add some chili flakes. Now I've got these wonderful chili flakes with herbs. So you can either use these, or if you can get them, or just some chili flakes, any old chili flakes really, and some fresh thyme, something like that. Anyway, again, this is a bit of taste, so I rather like chili, so I'm going to add, I should think this is about 1/2 teaspoon of chili flakes. Then I'm just going to stir my marinade thoroughly, and then I'm going to add my steak. But this steak's quite long and big, so I'm going to cut it in half. Yeah, I'm going to cut it in half. Actually, I'm going to cut this into 4, and then I'll cook it as 4 steaks. So that's 500 grams feeding 4 people, or 2 very greedy people, which is Nick and me tonight. Okay, now you can see I'm really, particularly because it's not being marinated overnight, I'm mushing it all together. So I'm really getting that marinade into those steaks. Okay, there we are, and I'm going to leave some of the garlic and lemon slices on top. And then I'm going to leave this. Now I'm not going to put this in the fridge because I'm only going to be a couple of hours. Obviously, when I was leaving it overnight, it would be in the fridge. But I want these flavours to go in, and if I put this into the fridge, it'll just, and I'm only marinating for 2 hours, it won't work. But my kitchen is quite cool. I mean, if you had a very warm kitchen, you would need to put this in the fridge, so just be aware. Perfect. So I'm going to leave that for 2 hours. Right, so welcome back. Cooking of the steak. So I've got my steaks marinating here, and I'm just going to dry them. I'm just going to dab them so to get most of that marinade off them with a bit of a paper towel. There we go, and all the little bits, because you don't really want lemon pips and things like that. And while I'm doing that, I'm heating up a griddle here. Now you can cook your steak in a frying pan, just get it really nice and hot before you start cooking them. And one of the things with skirt or strip loin is that you want to cook your steaks properly. You know, they're not good served rare, I don't think. So you want to give them, cook them to medium rare to well done. So that's ideal for my daughter, who is pregnant at the moment and so can't eat rare meat. So this is the perfect steak for her, which is great. Not that she's coming to supper tonight, but anyway, I will share this recipe with her. Okay, so here we go, just finish off that last steak. Okay, that's very annoying. I'm just going to rinse my hands. Right, so let's see. It just needs to be really nice and hot. And then we're going to cook these, as you know, they're very, very thin. So we're just going to cook them for probably 5 minutes in total, and that should be pretty much cooked all the way through. So I'm just going to put one on the griddle and see. Yep, that's nice and hot. Now I'm lucky I've got a really nice big griddle here that will take them all, you know, you can do them a bit at a time, and like all meat, once it's cooked it's nice to let it rest for a bit. Now in the meantime I'm I'm going to serve the steak with some lettuce. Now what I'm going to do, I've got these little gems, and they're basically the heart of a little gem, and I am splitting them in half, and then I'm going to put these again either straight into a very hot frying pan, or if you're lucky enough to have an arga or this is an essie, get the hot plate hot and you can put it straight down on that. I'm not sure if it's actually hot enough yet. No. I've got an electric vessel and I didn't turn it on in time. So what I'll do is I'll show you how to do this in a frying pan. Crash bang work. Right, okay, so I've got a frying pan here. I'm just going to get this very nice and hot, because it's an induction essie. This really can heat up very, very quickly. So these little gem lettuces, all you want is just to brush them with a little bit of olive oil on the cut side, and then you're just going to seal them essentially, get a little bit of a crisp surface on them, and it's sweet and delicious and just adds something to your lettuces. And with the steak, it's delicious. The other thing I'm going to serve with the steak are some roasted baby tomatoes, which I have already put in the oven. And I roast them whole, and the oven's on at about 180, 200, and they'll take about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So we'll see. Right, okay. So I'm just going to brush the little gems, a little bit of olive oil. There we go. I've got some rather nice olive oil here that we got on holiday this year in Italy, but you can do this with whatever olive oil you have. Right. So let's see if this is hot. It's quite hot. I'll try one. Yeah. So I've put it in and I can hear it sizzling, so that's definitely hot enough. Very good. I'm keeping a vague eye on my steak, in case you're thinking, come on, turn over. Okay. I use tongs for my sticks. They're very useful in the kitchen instantly. And you turn them over, and you've got a nice, well, I like the griddle, so you get that pattern on the steak. So that's just great. So I'll turn those over and let them cook for another probably 3 or 4 minutes. And these little gems are already beginning to get nice and caramelised. Okay. So we'll just stop the filming there for a couple of minutes. Right, so my steaks have been cooking just, 4 or 5 minutes, I think, probably something like that. And as you saw, I had turned them once. And I reckon they're ready now, so I'm going to take them off. And we'll just leave those to rest for a few minutes. Turn the heat off. In the meantime, I can see my little gems might be slightly over. Oh no. Whoops. Just caught them. So don't do what I've just done. Leave them in there too long, because I would have preferred these not to be quite so crisped up, nearly burnt. Right, we've got steam everywhere now, smoke everywhere. But supper's pretty much done. I'm just going to get the tomatoes out of the oven. Let's see how that goes. They could probably do a little bit longer, but I'm going to add them. Oh, yeah, sorry about this. That frying pan, and I will smoke all over the kitchen. So any minute now, all the smoke alarms will be going off. Anyway, here we go. There's some tomatoes, which will be delicious, and somehow adding that little bit extra colour really makes a difference to this meal, I think. And I'm just going to cut into one of those steaks so that you can see that they're pretty, they're sort of still pink, but they're not rare. That's a slightly thicker one. Some of these will be, yeah, they still need to rest for a little bit longer, but they're sort of medium rare, which is just right. I think they're simply delicious. They have so much flavour. So do give beef skirt a try and see what you think about it. I'll be interested to know.